These are my audience members.
Hello, I'm Maddie Wilson.
And I'm Will England.
And I'm Corbett Christopher. Have you ever thought back to your childhood and wondered how much money you would have if you would have started saving as a kid? See, I started saving for my first vehicle whenever I was 14. And after I got it, I always wondered how much nicer of a vehicle I could have got if I would have started saving whenever I was still just a little kid. For example, whenever I was just a child and I had $5 in my pocket, you know I was going to Walmart, or you know if I went to Walmart that I was going to be walking out of there with a toy. But what if I would have just decided to save it? How much money would I have now? Could I buy things, or could I afford things like rent, or maybe pay my tuition? The possibilities are endless. But if we start teaching our kids to save today, imagine how much money they'll have in their future. That's why I'm gonna persuade you to teach your kids to save while they're still young, using these 3 points. First, the skills they'll learn along the way. Second, teaching them to save for the big milestones. And third, how can we as adults help? First, some skills you learn from saving money are responsibility, planning skills, and so much more. Not only that, but it will teach our next generation of leaders the worth of the dollar. And I believe that is such an important quality in life. Back to what I said before, kids will become more responsible, making them more accountable. It's crazy to think how saving money won't just help them financially, but also in their day-to-day lives, like in school, church, and at home, because being responsible is a quality that all kids should have. Next, what are they saving for? In an ideal world, people would only buy things they need, but even adults indulge sometimes in things they want, and children should be able to do that too. Maybe a kid could first start saving up for a toy or a game that he's had his eye on, and go from there and save for the bigger things, like I did. I started saving for my truck, or you could save for college. Anyway, teach them to set aside money for the bigger things in life. 'Cause as we all know, as life goes on, it only gets more expensive. And now that I have things like tuition to pay and an apartment, it only gets more expensive from there. And in the end of the day, I think it's best for a child to save money for the bigger milestones. I know if I would have, it sure would have saved some headache as I entered adulthood. Now, where do parents take place in helping the children helping children save? Because, children are still children, and it's the adult's job to help them. It's the adult's job to help them save. Adults can do things like setting up a savings account for them and adding money to it, and over time, just to help them get on their feet one day, and even teaching them how to set up a savings account and add money to it. In order for kids to really know the worth of a dollar, like I said earlier, they could do things like chores around the house for an allowance. Now, I know some parents may disagree with me on that one, because they believe that kids shouldn't get paid to do chores around the house. That's just what's expected of them. But I disagree. A kid can't go out and get a job like an adult can. So an allowance is a great way for them to learn that if you do a good job in whatever you're told to do, there's a reward. You can get money from that and put it into a savings account. In conclusion, I think that all kids should be taught to save money. My 3 points Yeah, wow. I think that all kids should be taught to save money. My 3 points of skill are the skills learned, saving for big milestones, and how the parents can help to teach them to save and set up accounts, savings accounts, and all that are all good reasons why you should teach your children to save money from a very early age in life. Thank you.